Unique Academies initiative of answer key of UPSC Prelims 2024. We, as the team Unique Academy, have prepared this answer key and we are going to discuss this answer key subject-wise. So first subject is Indian history. The first question, consider the following pairs. Party and its leader, Bharatiya Jana Sangha, Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee. Then Socialist Party, C. Rajgopalachari. Then Congress for Democracy, Jagjivan Ram. Then Swatantrata Party, Acharya Narendra Dev. So अगर आप लोग देखोगे, you will find कि भारतीय जन संघ, it was founded by Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee in 1951. Socialist Party, C. Rajaji. तो this is wrong option. Rajaji ने form नहीं किया था. Socialist Party rather founded by Acharya Narendra Dev and JP. These were the people who founded Socialist Party. C. Rajaji was associated with Swatantrata Party. So this pair is wrong. Swatantra Party, Rajaji, wrong. Then Congress for Democracy, Jagjivan Ram. This is right pair. Swatantrata Party, Acharya Narendra Dev. This is wrong pair. So your answer would be only 2 and 3. The answer is given here. That is only 2 pairs are correctly matched. Then next question. Who was the provisional president of Constituent Assembly before Dr. Rajendra Prasad took over? Who was the provisional president before Dr. Rajendra Prasad? So correct answer is Dr. Sachidananda Sinha. With reference to the Government of India Act 1935, consider the following statement. This area had been loved by UPSC for many years. They have been continuously asking questions from this act. So 1935 is one of the major act. So first statement regarding 1935 Act, it provided for the establishment of All India Federation based on the union of British Indian provinces and princely state. So first statement is correct. It provided Indian Federation based on the union of British Indian provinces and princely state. What is second option? Defense and the foreign affairs were kept under the control of federal legislature. See, defense and foreign affairs, these are very crucial subjects. They can't be handed over to federal legislature. These both subjects, defense and foreign affairs, they were kept with Viceroy himself and not with federal legislature. So correct answer is one only. First statement is right, second statement is wrong. Then next question. Which one of the following is a work attributed to playwright Bhasa? Another crucial topic of UPSC. UPSC loves Gupta era, that too culture wala area, culture literature wala area. Every year they have been asking questions continuously from this area. So this year question is from Bhasa. So Bhasa, Kavyalankar, Natyashastra, Madhyam Vayogya and Mahabhashya. This Madhyam Vayogya is attributed to Bhasa. He attributed other works also like Swapna Vasavadattam and Charu Datta. These are famous works of Bhasa. So correct answer is C. Sanghabhuti, an Indian Buddhist monk who traveled to China at the end of 4th century AD, was author of commentary on. Quite tough type of question because you won't find the mention of Sanghabhuti in traditional sources, that is NCERTs and all. So Sanghabhuti, an Indian Buddhist monk who traveled to China at the end of 4th century AD, was author of commentary on what? So correct answer is C. Sarvastivada Vinay. He authored Sarvastivada Vinay, which is actually commentary. Consider the following properties included in the World Heritage List released by UNESCO. Shantiniketan, Rani Ki Vav, sacred enclave of Hoysalas, Mahabodhi temple complex at Bodh Gaya. If you read this question carefully, you will find later what they added, how many of the above properties were included in 2023. How many of the properties or how many of the sites were included in 2023. So actually these 4 are UNESCO's World Heritage sites, but Shantiniketan and Hoysala temples are recently added. So answer would be only pair, that is B. Next question. With reference to ancient Indian history, Gautam Buddha was generally known by what names? First is Nayaputta, second one is Shakyamuni, and third one is Tathagat. So most of us are aware that he was known by the name Shakyamuni and Tathagat. Why Shakyamuni? Just because he was born in Shakya clan. That is why Shakyamuni. And why Tathagat? Like Tathagat means one who is rational. So Tathagat, this word is used for Buddha himself. So correct answer would be 2 and 3. The answer given is 2 and 3, B. Next question. Archaeological site, state and description. Consider the following information. Archaeological site, state and description. अगर आप लोग एनालिसिस करोगे यू वुड फाइंड कि लास्ट ईयर देयर हैड बीन क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम धान्य कटक आर्कियोलॉजिकल साइट एंड देयर हैड बीन क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट देमसेल्व्स. So this year they have asked different archaeological sites. First one is Chandraketu-Gad, then Inamgaon, then Mangadu and Salihundam. Chandraketu-Gad, state is given Odisha, description is given trading port town. Actually Chandraketu-Gad is not located in Odisha, rather it is located in West Bengal. So this pair is wrong. Inamgaon, Maharashtra Chalcolithic site, perfectly matched pair. Inamgaon is located in Pune district of Maharashtra. Mangadu, Kerala, megalithic site. This pair is also correctly matched. Mangadu is located in Kerala. Salihundam. This Salihundam place is located in Andhra Pradesh, but it does not have rock-cut cave shrine. Rather, it has Buddhist stupa. So up to this, Salihundam, Andhra Pradesh, this statement is correct, but this is wrong. So we will get answer like 2 and 3 only. That is B, 2 and 3. 36 number of question. Who of the following rulers of medieval India gave permission to Portuguese to build a fort at Bhatkal? अगर लास्ट ईयर वाला क्वेश्चन देखोगे, there UPSC had asked question from Diu and Daman. This year they asked question from this Bhatkal port. So during the reign of Raja Krishnadev Rai, Alfonso de Albuquerque came to India as a governor of Portuguese. He demanded rights to build a fort at Bhatkal, and Krishnadev Rai granted him permission to build a fort. So correct answer is Raja Krishnadev Rai. It was the only question from medieval India. Then question next. With reference to revenue collection by Cornwallis, consider the following statement. Under the Rayatwari settlement of revenue collection, the peasants were exempted from revenue payment in case of bad harvest or natural calamity. Second option. Under the permanent settlement in Bengal, if the zamindar failed to pay his revenue to the state on or before the fixed date, he would be removed from his zamindari. अगर आप लोग ब्रिटिशों का कैरेक्टर जानते होंगे तो यू माइट बी अवेयर दैट शैतान और ब्रिटिश इनमें ज्यादा कोई वहां पे डिफरेंस नहीं है. यहाँ क्या बोला गया है कि अंडर द रैयतवारी सेटलमेंट ऑफ रेवेन्यू कलेक्शन द पीजेंट वेर एक्सेम्प्टेड फ्रॉम रेवेन्यू पेमेंट. मतलब वहां पे जो काश्तकार है, जो हमारे किसान है, उनको एक्सेम्पशन दे रखा था इन द केस ऑफ बैड हार्वेस्ट और नेचुरल कैलामिटी. डू रिमेंबर, ब्रिटिश वेर द मोस्ट ब्रूटल रूलर ऑफ इंडिया. They never accepted Indian farmer or peasant from taxation. Bad harvest है, natural calamity है, famine है, drought है, you have to pay the tax. So first option is wrong. Second one, under the permanent settlement in Bengal, if the zamindar failed to pay his revenue to the state on or before the fixed date, he would be removed from his zamindari. This is correct. This statement is known as sunset clause. कि अगर फिक्स डेट के पहले आपने पैसा नहीं दिया, आपका जो जमींदारी है उसको कॉन्फिस्केट कर लिया जाएगा, छीन लिया जाएगा. देन नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट. देयर आर नो पैराबल्स इन उपनिषद. उपनिषद वेर कंपोज्ड अर्लियर देन द पुराणास. सेकंड ऑप्शन इज करेक्ट. उपनिषद वेर ओल्डर टेक्स्ट देन पुराणास. दिस पुराणास वेर कंपाइल्ड ड्यूरिंग गुप्ता पीरियड. There are no parables in Upanishad. This is extreme statement. No parables. Actually, there are lots of parables in Upanishad. Parables means moral stories. You will find bird parable. You would find God's parable. And there are lots of parable in Chandogya Upanishad, in Mundak Upanishad, and so on. So first statement is wrong. Second one is correct. Answer would be B. That is 2 only. The next question. Recently, inclusion in the which one of the following like dance included in the UNESCO's intangible cultural heritage? The answer is Garba. Chhau was included in 2010. Durga Puja, I think last year. Kumbh Mela was something like 22 or 21. So Garba is the latest addition, 2023. So these are the questions from history section. There were not so many questions from history section. There were only 12 questions from history, art and culture, and current affair related to art and culture. So thank you very much.